Alright, looks like we're recording. Welcome to the next video, repair video from us. Let me go ahead and grab the computer. Tonight we have a MacBook Air with the issue of no Wi-Fi. Seem to be getting a lot of these lately, where they're suffering from not having Wi-Fi. Now we'll boot this one up quickly to see if it has actually, I don't know if the battery's plugged in or not, or if it has power, a charge in the battery or not. We're gonna see. We're gonna boot externally and see what the screen is showing as far as Wi-Fi goes. If it says no signal, or if it just flat out says no hardware detected. So we're gonna go ahead and boot this up. Yeah, the battery must be unplugged or dead or something. I got this as a repair from, we got a chime. I got this as a repair from one of my commercial customers in my, computer repair businesses that I work with. So I don't know if they opened it up and looked at it or not. We're gonna go ahead and boot to an external drive here. See if it's gonna recognize my external. There we go. We'll go ahead and boot to Catalina. Go ahead and wait for this to boot. To get sticky notes, we can cover up the information that was given to us. Okay. Type in my super secret password. Meanwhile, while that's booting, I'm going to look up the year of this device. It's a 2015 13-inch MacBook Air, A1466. Alright, and we have a Bluetooth symbol. So it is recognizing our Bluetooth Wi-Fi module. Let's go ahead and close these notifications so you can see what I'm looking at here. So let me hold this up. I'm trying to make sure everything doesn't get unplugged. But you can see there that it's very, very dull, but you can see the Wi-Fi symbol there. It's grayed out. But the Bluetooth is not. So let's see, what does it say? It's not saying anything. If I hover over Bluetooth, picks up a couple devices, but the Wi-Fi does not. We'll go into system settings. System report. We'll go to Wi-Fi. And it says airport utility not installed. Software versions, everything is null. So it's not seeing it any wireless LAN. So we're going to go ahead and shut this down so we know we have an issue. Now, my past few experiences over the past month, I've had quite a few of these computers come in with Wi-Fi issues. And the Wi-Fi circuit is pretty small, so it can only be a few things. Since it's seeing Bluetooth, that tells me that it's actually seeing the card and getting power to the card, but for some reason the Wi-Fi is not working. So we're going to go ahead and take the bottom off of this. I'm going to take it off camera because there's personal information on the bottom and I don't want to share that. So excuse me while I remove the bottom. Just put all the screws in the box. Okay. One more. Alright, get that box out of the way for a minute. Alright, pull the lid off. Oh yeah, the battery is unplugged, so that's okay. Board looks pretty clean. I see some haze around. I don't know if it's ever been liquid damaged or ultrasonic or whatever, but there's definitely a haze around some stuff. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see that haze. I hesitate to call that liquid damage, but it's definitely got something. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about the personal info because the hard drive's not in there. That's right. This particular customer loves to remove the SSD before giving it to me. Our Wi-Fi and Bluetooth module look fine. Our Wi-Fi connections, our connectors, and our cable looks fine. So I think I'm just going to jump right to pulling the board out because more often than not the Wi-Fi circuit is damaged in some shape or fashion. So we're going to go ahead and just skip all the fluff and pull the board out, because other than the Wi-Fi module itself, we'll go ahead and pull that off and inspect it. Other than the Wi-Fi module itself, the rest of the Wi-Fi circuit is on the back of the board, so we have to pull it out no matter what. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. Gently unplug our LCD. Our right speaker. This will be our touchpad and keyboard combo, flex cable. Our keyboard backlight. Undo our DC board and our camera. Gently. I know this looks easy, but I've done this hundreds of times. Hundreds, so you do got to take some care so you don't rip any cables or anything, but this is very familiar to me, so I've done this so many times that it's muscle memory. I don't even think about taking when I'm taking a MacBook Air apart. I believe there's 6 logic board screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. One more, and then get the board out. All right. The board is ready to come out, I believe. Hold this speaker cable out of the way, and out we go. And looking inside, we don't see any evidence of liquid damage, so that's good in the fact that, you know, This isn't going to be a devastating liquid damage repair. Probably just condensation somewhere on the Wi-Fi circuit, or the Wi-Fi power switch IC is glass, one of those little blue glass jobs, and they break. And once they break, they're no good. Alright, here's our logic board. We're going to switch to the microscope camera and take a look. And my microscope camera has frozen. Damn it. Alright, good. It's going to play nice today. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the back of the board, since the board actually turns on, but we have no Wi-Fi, so... My tweezers at? Sorry. Let's focus this for you a little bit better. There we go. So we got some glitter and some food or something. There's our SMC. Looks pretty good. Just the typical carpet fibers and fuzz. Our Wi-Fi IC is right here. Looks okay. Doesn't look cracked, liquid damage, or anything. So what else could there be? Don't have to worry about that. There's two resistors right here next to this chip. So if you look, here's our clock crystal for SMC. Let's open the board view and schematic. I want to check out what that is. Excuse me for a minute. I gotta grab my USB drive. Plug the USB drive in. I need my schematic up here. Okay. This is an 820000165 board. Yeah, that's our SMC crystal. Yeah, SMC USB clock requires a crystal. So, the two resistors next to this 8-legged chip here. So that chip is U3540. And if we look that up, that is for supervisor and clock request isolation for our wireless connector. So that's what that chip is. And then these two resistors on the bottom here that are nasty, those would be R3554 and R3555. And those are fed by PP3V3 underscore wireless LAN, which comes from U3550, which is our Wi-Fi IC. This blue job. Oh wait, no, not that one. This one. Yeah, that's U3550. U3550 supplies PP3V3 wireless LAN R to R5470 The current sense resistor. Yep, and that current sense resistor goes to via pin 2. That doesn't make sense because the out is current sense P5E wireless LAN out. Oh yeah. Yeah, PB3V3 wireless LAN R goes to via current sense resistor. Goes through there and goes out to PB3V3 wireless LAN. So I think I'd have to look up the data sheet for U5470. It's an INA 2014 or 214 to see what that chip actually does. So I think it's like a, yeah, it's a current shunt monitor. So it monitors the current to PP3V3 wireless LAN and something else. Anyway, we're not going to get into that. This is going to be a short video. Needless to say, those two corroded resistors right there are more than likely our culprits for us not having Wi-Fi. Seems like I've been getting a lot of computers that don't have Wi-Fi. So the values of those two are 3554 is the resistor on the very bottom. That is supposed to be 232 kilo ohms. Let's give it a measure and see what it's measuring. They may not be bad, they may just be corroded. That's so weird because there's no real liquid damage to this board. It'd probably be helpful if you were in resistance mode and not voltage. It's measuring 1.2 meg. And the one above it is measuring 100K, which I believe, let's see, R3555 is what it's supposed to be, so that's actually measuring correct. So U3540, that goes to pin 2 from that resistor. What's pin 2? Yeah, that's P3V3 wireless LAN BMON. So voltage monitoring. So that is like the current sense pin for U3540. So since that's corroded, we're not getting our voltage monitoring. We're not getting our PP3V3 from that into our U3540. So it's probably not putting out whatever signal it needs to put out. And that goes straight to, so that goes AP reset connection. Oh, no, that's in. Out. AP clock rec underscore R underscore L. Yep. So that's a bidirectional data line probably to the SMC. So we got some kind of issue going on there. So that chip can't do what it needs to do. So we're going to go ahead and replace that, both of those resistors, just because. And actually, you know what? I may replace the one at the top as well. No, it's fine. We're just gonna replace both of these guys since they're right next to each other. and the one at the bottom is supposed to be measuring 232 kiloohms, and it's actually measuring 1.5 meg, so that's no good. So we're going to go ahead and quickly flip on our solder fume extractor. Get rid of these two foul looking resistors and see if we can get the Wi-Fi restored back on this computer and make another customer happy. And my camera froze again. Why are you doing this to me? Camera, please don't freeze. Alright. Looks like my scope cam doesn't want to play nice. Alright. Let's get a donor here real quick. Where are my 00165s? Sadly, that is the most amount of donor boards I have is from 00165s. I have about 30 of them. These boards. See, do we have the proper resistors on here? Yes, and they look like they're in good condition, so we're going to go ahead and pop these off real fast. See if we can fix it. Oh, my hot air is down low. Because I was reballing a bunch of CD3215s. Alright. Well, he just fell right off the board, so that's great. Making my job easy. You stay right where you are. See this little resistor is trying to escape. We'll go ahead and clean him up in a minute. We don't want him escaping. Looks like if that pad's gone, that's okay, because we have a nice fat trace right underneath of it that we can solder to. This big trace here. Oh, looks like we were spared. So that's good. Oh, let's try not to hit any test points. Looks like I hit this one. Oh well. Just gently clean this solder pad here. It's nice and shiny. Now I couldn't imagine what would happen to this poor computer had I not got my hands on it to try to fix it. I mean, can you believe this thing probably would end up in a landfill or something, or worse, and it was literally some resistors that was keeping Wi-Fi from working. If they had taken it to Apple, they probably would have charged them, you know, a few $100s, and they would have taken this logic board and who knows what they would have done with it. Shudder to think what would happen, or if they took it to another shop and they couldn't fix it and wanted to recycle it. No. Just use your brain. Probably be able to fix it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pull our 2 resistors off of our donor board here and put them on the board. So we can stack them. Alright. See how gentle of a touch I have. We got 2 resistors here. Sorry, I'm out of frame here a little bit. Go ahead and touch these up. Want some nice shiny solder joints here. Got all this nasty food, or I don't even know what this yuckiness is. Now this is definitely not a repair that you need to ultrasonic the entire board for. That is just ridiculous. When I first started out, I'd ultrasonic every single board I touched, and then I realized, you know what? You're just wasting cleaning fluid, time, electricity. Not necessary. Gotta redo my setup. Every time I reach for my IPA, I bump my soldering iron. It's kind of annoying. Alright. Call that clean. Go ahead and turn off our fume extractor here. Go ahead and go to overhead cam. Make things nice and quiet. Yeah, and smack the case on my glove box. Apologize for that. Feeling a bit clumsy today. How's that saying go? Overworked and underpaid. Wow, still a 30-minute video. Probably could have done without all the explanations of the Wi-Fi circuit and everything, but yeah. You know what? I'm not even going to bother to put this thing entirely back together. We're just going to test it real quick. I'll put it back together off camera because you guys don't need to watch that. You don't need to watch me put this computer back all the way back together. It's pointless. You've seen one A1466 get reassembled. You've seen them all. We just want to get to the good stuff, right? To the repair. Like, we want to see this thing have a nice variety of Wi-Fi signals to choose from. Of course, we're going to need our Wi-Fi Bluetooth module. So we'll also confirm that if that works or not. We're just going to go ahead and plug the antennas in. We probably don't even need to do that because it should still get catch a couple of Wi-Fi signals. But we'll plug it in just to make sure. Alright. We'll go ahead and plug our battery in and boot from external. I kind of want to see if the battery has any charge whatsoever. Go ahead and hold down Option. We've got fan spin, so we must have battery. We'll go ahead and plug the charger in for now anyway. Alright, we'll go back to Catalina. Boot to Catalina. Power supply is going up to 2.5 amps because the battery's probably close to dead. Well, as you can see, we now have a Wi-Fi signal. So we know that those resistors were the problem. Tiny bit of condensation caused them to corrode, disconnect from the board. It was the lower one, I believe, R3554, which on pin 1 is PB3v3 wireless LAN, and PB3v3 wireless LAN VMON, which goes to this voltage monitoring IC for Wi-Fi. So pretty important resistor, I would say. And as you can see, we have a gigantic list of available Wi-Fi networks. So this device is repaired. Alright, this is Tim. Want to say thanks for watching. Hope this helps you fix your device if you need it. If not, send it to us. Send us an email at support@optimizedlogicrepair.com. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.